Okay. All right. So the last video we talked about approximations and error intervals for place value. We talked about place values in error intervals. Okay. So for this one, let's talk about significant figures. Error intervals in significant figures. So what we're going to do, let's start with an introduction. And in that introduction, we'll talk about round numbers. Salary is 17,894.23, which is not my salary, by the way. But yeah, so if I told you that my salary was 17,894.23 pounds, I can already feel you fall asleep because of how complex the number is. So what you would appreciate is if I turned the number into a round number. So you'd probably tell me, okay, Ade, why can't you just give me a round number so I know I have an approximate value for your salary? So I say, then if I was a normal human being, I'd have said, okay, maybe my salary is 18,000. But me being the math nerd that I am, I'd ask you how many significant figures. So what I'm saying by that is if I was to give you 17,894.23 as a round number, I could say it was 17,894 pounds, or I could say it was 17,890 pounds, or I could say it was 17,900 pounds, or I could say it was 18,000 pounds. So what's the difference between these figures? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. If you are keen to observe, you'll see that the difference is the number of significant figures. That's the number of figures that I keep in approximating my salary. It'd be nice if I earned this a day. Alright, so here I have 5 significant figures. Here I have 4 significant figures. Here I have 3 significant figures because 1, 2, 3. Here I have 2 significant figures because 1, 2. Okay. So that is basically what significant figures are about. Okay, so basically there are 2 things to know about significant figures. 1, numbers other than 0, non-zero sounds so nerdy. Numbers that are not 0 are significant. Number 2, zeros in between numbers that are not 0. 0 in between numbers are significant. Let me explain what that means. We already know that significant figures are, from the previous example, we know that the number of figures that you keep in approximating. So zeros in between numbers are significant. What that means, so for instance, if my salary was 308,456, okay, and as usual, tell me, all right, Dotun, give me in significant figures. Let me start. So give me in round numbers rather. All right, so the first, I'd say, oh, okay, this is a round number, or this is another round number. All these are approximations of my salary. This is another round number. Oh, sorry, that's a mistake. This is another round number. This is another round number. And finally, this is another number. All these 5 values are all approximations of my salary. Okay, we see here that we have 6 significant figures. So even though this is a 0, it is significant because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,